What's up, YouTubers? This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 coming to you with another video game review. And in this review, we're going to talk about the game Vigilante, which was released in the arcade by Irem and was later ported to different consoles like the Amiga, the Atari ST, the Sega Master System, and TurboGrafx 16. And pretty much this game is pretty much considered a spiritual sequel to the game Kung Fu Masters was released in the arcade and it was later put into other consoles like the NES and stuff like that. And pretty much the plot of the game is that a New York City gang led by a guy named the Giant Devil kidnapped Madonna, who is the girlfriend of a unnamed martial artist, you know what I'm saying, who was on a mission to save her from this particular street gang and stuff. And the game pretty much has 5 stages in it, which is located in New York City and stuff like that. And the stages really are consisting of Main Street, Junkyard, the Brooklyn Bridge, downtown, and the boss hideout. Now, the bosses are as follows. You have X, who is the boss of the Main Street stage. You have Turf Brothers, who are the bosses of the Junkyard stage. And you have Spike Boss, who is the boss of the Brooklyn Bridge stage. You have Head, who is the boss of the downtown stage, and Big Boss, who is the boss of the Big Boss hideout stage and stuff like that. And as far as the regular enemies are concerned, you'll be fighting different ones like Strangler, Red Mohawk, Hitman Joe, Hell's Angels, Dirty Jack, Crowbar, and Chain Gang and stuff like that. You know, one thing about Vigilante, you do like a variety of punches and kicks where it's like a standing punch. As far as the punches, you have the standing punch, jumping punch, and ducking punch. And the fights pretty much the same thing with the kicks, standing kick, crouching kick, and pretty much a jump kick and stuff like that. Now, the only weapon in the game is pretty much a nunchuck, and you can find them in specific points in each stage. You know what I'm saying? And the number of times they show up is dependent on the stage you're on. You know what I'm saying? Like for example, on the Main Street stage, you can find it like in three different sections in that stage. But if you pick it up the first time and keep it on you, uh, the other nunchuck icons on that stage isn't going to show up. However, with the nunchucks, if you get hit one time, you pretty much lose those nunchucks, and you pretty much lose your advantage in terms of kind of like beating like the boss and stuff like that. Now, one thing I can say is that Vigilante, like I mentioned earlier, is a spiritual sequel to Kung Fu Masters. I can see why people mention that because it has pretty much a similar plot, the same number of stages, similar gameplay, and pretty much the same type of cookie cutter enemies and stuff like that. It is mainly the stranglers in the game because you encounter them more often than the other regular enemies and stuff like that. Now, what I'm saying I can say is that Vigilante does offer a little bit more variety in terms of the regular enemies and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna face like 3 types of enemies through the course of the game like Kung Fu Master does. So you have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pretty much 7 enemies. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to like 3. You know, so it does have an advantage there. Now the graphics and design are pretty decent with some nice color palettes and stuff like that. Now the gameplay controls are okay, but they don't technically offer a lot of variety, and the only weapon you do get is the nunchuck. Even though if you get hit one time, you'll lose it. You know what I'm saying? And the soundtrack is okay, but it's not as impressive as other sound as of soundtracks of other beat 'em ups and stuff like that. Now, Vigilante is a decent beat 'em up game with a limited appeal. Some people may like it, but it just don't offer a lot in terms of like gameplay and stuff like that. Now, as far as the score, I definitely give it a 7 out of 10 and everything. With that being said, if you like this game, you can mention it in the comment section. You can sound off whether you like it, consider it your pleasure, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? If you like this video, don't hesitate to click the thumbs up button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.